Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode, I believe, 13 of Lords of Sin. Don't hold me to that number. I was silly, and actually I have it written right here. Yes! Episode 13 of Lords of Sin, here on Go Buff Yourself and Thousand Faces TTRPG. I, as always, am Ethan. I will be your dungeon master through this dark little story we're telling, and I am joined by 6 incredible players, performers, storytellers, and people I am fortunate enough to call my friend. And equally fortunate to have convinced to step away from their very busy and important lives to play this game. So, we have Shin being played by Cory.
How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great in your week, and I hope that it is a pleasant week for you.
That was the most Shin intro ever. Valkerie, played by Danny. Let's see if it's a Valkerie intro.
Yeah.
Perfect. Korrin, played by Mav.
Well, we all re-signed our contracts and got a recontract extension so we can keep playing these episodes and making more. Love y'all.
Y'all have contracts? Jaeger is played. Jaeger is played by Aaron.
You all are getting paid?
My question. Kalista, played by Matty.
Oh, sorry about that. I should have shared a little bit of that money.
Damn it. And Lorwryn is played by Mallow, a.k.a. TheMalloMan.
No comment from my agent.
Just a few announcements before we jump in here to episode 13. 1. This is an 18-plus game. Almost all of our games on Go Buff Yourself, just to cover our asses, are 18-plus, but this one's really. Which is funny because, as a little anecdote, my stepmom was listening to the first couple episodes, and she listened to the first one and got about halfway through the second one and said to me, "Yeah, I really like it, but I don't know why you have all those content warnings." And I was like, just hold on. Just like another hour. So please check the content warnings, the general content warnings for Lords of Sin as a whole, and the specific content warnings, ideally, if I am able to, with timestamps. And if you ever note a moment that I should have called out with a specific timestamp, please write me. Let me know. I'll add it. I'm flawed, and I want to do better, so let me know how to do better. You can listen to past episodes on Go Buff Yourself, the podcast, available pretty much everywhere. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Amazon, all those places. So go check that out. For right now, I think those are my announcements. And I think we're going to go ahead and run that intro video so that we can get into episode 13 of Lords of Sin.
Yvvor is burning, and you've got front row seats.
We have provided you with the signs and portents for you to prepare for our coming.
Devil. Not demon. Devils are worse.
If I die today, I die well next to you.
If you can be made, then you can be unmade.
Zariel has a bit of a temper.
I will destroy you.
Devils have knocked at our door. It is time we knock back.
We don't die today.
Wrath is the whetstone that sharpens the blade of your purpose to a razor's edge. I claim what was the Moon Maiden's as mine now. Mortals! Desperate, loud, flailing. You care for this one, don't you? There is not one of you too pure to fall. Oh, you are brave. They all were. Your end comes in 7 days. Truly, your only hope of survival is servitude. Perhaps you'll find shelter beneath the boot of your chosen master. kneel, serve, and find sanctuary.
Eotheris. In the elven tongue, Kalva, Eotheris means high roost. In the millennia and a half since its naming, the name has endured, but the origin has been forgotten by many except the oldest of elves. Before Yvvor ever felt the footfalls of the forebearers of its many peoples, the world belonged to dragons. For a time, they tolerated the newcomers as simply more small, short-lived creatures. But as the peoples started to do what people do, build, expand, squabble, claim, yell, the great beasts grew weary of the din and sought the peace of slumber beneath the peaks of the belt of the world. Then it was that TheMalloMan was established on High Roost on Eotheris. And for over 1,500 years, the oldest children of Yvvor slept, waiting patiently for their world to quiet once more. That is, until today. When we last left you all, two opposing groups stood across a glass and mithril bridge high in the belt of the world in TheMalloMan. On one side, the rebellion of the remaining citizens of the Low Terrace. On the other, the military force of TheMalloMan. And as the groups stood across from each other, led by the fist of liberation, Shin himself, and with the others of you finally finding where Shin was, running, catching up to him, confronting him, something happened. About 1.5 miles from the peak, very top of Eotheris, a light and then a deep, resonating sound as TheMalloMan and all but one of its attached floating mountain spurs began to ascend, severed from the belt of the world, severed from Yvvor. That is all of the terraces, except the Low Terrace. The bridge connecting it to the TheMalloMan plummeting away. And this large section of rock that nearly 3,000 people just mere hours ago called home has started to fall. And it was there that we left off. The screams rising, people panicking, trying to figure out what to do now that their way out is cut off. It was there that we left. And it's right there that we pick up. Beneath your feet, those of you that are on the ground, it shifts. You can feel, you can see the fact that you are falling. The people around you screaming, panicking, running, fleeing for their homes. What is that going to do against this crashing into the mountains below? They try anyway. What are you all doing?
So, if I remember correctly, from the end of it, Jaeger had already cast Death Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On everybody but me. Big win. Big love. So I got two propositions for you. Both are 9th level spells.
Mm-hmm. And I believe I know what they both are, as a fellow
You
wizard
look.
player.
Which ones are they? I'll tell you if you're right.
Wish comes to mind
Yeah.
as one, and I believe you had made mention potentially of Time Stop.
Yeah. So I think that's sort of the question, is if rules as written, Time Stop would not necessarily allow me to use that to slow the descent. So I was going to use, if that doesn't work, then Lorwryn is going to go full on spider mode and use Wish to help us bring this thing safely on top of a peak somewhere.
Here's my thought regarding Time Stop rules as written. It doesn't say it doesn't do that. It says you briefly stop the flow of time for everyone but yourself. And as far as I can tell, that would include the land around you, if time is stopping.
Yeah, I was going to say, how big is the land around me? Because it
literally-
does have a little bit of a
It doesn't.
area of effect.
Only
If I move more
it's
than
on-
1,000
The
feet, kind of
only
thing.
limitation is how far you move from where you started. It does say, because if the rules lawyers want to come at me, the word is everyone but yourself. Not everyone around, not everyone within a mile. Everyone. You stop time, because 9th level spells are the closest you can get to manipulating the fabric of reality. So, yeah, you can stop it. And if we are wanting to go that direction, let me lay out how... Actually, hold off on what I was about to say. Let's see what you all want to do, and we'll jump to that in a sec.
Well, that's Lorwryn's idea. She's going to try to pilot this thing and land it.
That is a phenomenal idea. So those are both absolutely valid things. Would you be popping that off like right now, or are we still in the discussion phase?
Honestly, we are in the fucked stage, so yeah, I'd be popping it pretty quick.
Okay. Well, in that case...
Because if I remember, Shin flying in the air, Kalista up next to him, everybody else on this screaming giant rock that looks like it's Sokovia coming down on the planet.
Correct. So, with that said, let me add in one little thing here. Like you said, Shin and Kalista are still up in the air, having been flying, which means the two of you see the low terrace start to fall away from you. And as it does, and as you see the Valahim and all its other connected terraces rising away from the mountains, you hear those numerous loud sounds. Sounds that Yvvor hasn't heard over 1,500 years. The roar of dragons. And as the low terrace begins to plummet, here's the way that I would like to resolve this. This can be absolutely overruled if certain spells go certain ways. But the way that I had envisioned it was through a skill challenge. But if for something like Time Stop, basically what I would consider that, unless you, depending on how you were using it, the 1d4 rounds, that would be 1d4, or 1d4 plus 1 rounds, that would be 1d4 plus 1 successes, automatically, just for casting that spell on the skill challenge. But if there's a different way you want to use Time Stop, I'm here for it.
I would prefer to use Time Stop rather than Wish mechanically, because there's always a chance that Wish goes away. And I'm holding on to the nuclear option for other things.
Valid.
Just in case.
All valid.
But I also, like, when I think about the way that the spell, like, when I think about what I want to actually do by, like, slowing the descent and allowing us to just It's not going to be perfect, but we're just going to try to plant this thing. Because I imagine it kind of like a ring that was around the city, and then the middle of it, like the donut hole, is the part that's leaving us at the moment. Is that kind of the...
So, basically kind of along with the rest of the donut, except this one bite. Every part of the Valahim.
So kind of like a crescent kind of thing?
Yeah, all the attached parts are floating, and just this one terrace has been disconnected and allowed to start to crash to the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so I was kind of put like the donut on a peak so it could support it kind of thing.
So,
you know?
How? I love the idea of time stop. How would you then be controlling the direction of this falling stone? Because I totally understand how you would use time stop to save people, to get people off of here. But how would you be using it to control the descent? I'm here for it.
That's the part where Wish would probably come into play.
So
because it's sort of like Magneto, like moving the stone kind of thing.
100%. I think trying to control the descent, that sounds like Wish. Time stop sounds like an incredible tool for evacuation.
Yeah, I don't think I can get 3,000 people teleported off in
about
enough
half
time.
of about 30, a good percentage, about 65% were outside. So we are closer to, we're in the hundreds, but it or a little bit higher than that, about 1,500. But it would be tough, but not impossible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, teleport only allows me to do it so many times.
It's true. Well, that's what we got to figure out. Just so you all know, everyone who is here, really quick, just make me survival checks. That feels right. To determine speed.
Does that include me in the air?
Yes, and Shin, being able to see it starting to plummet away.
Cool.
I would also allow you, Kalista, and you, Lorwryn, to use Arcana instead, if you would like.
Oh, of course. That is a dirty, very nasty 20.
Very nasty 20. Not just a dirty 20.
No, very nasty.
I got a nat 20.
Ooh. Okay, you all rolled, the lowest roll was a 17. You all rolled nutty. So, Lorwryn and Kalista, you put this together on the magical side of things. The rest of you put it together through perception and physics. Whatever magics were keeping the Fourth Terrace aloft have been dispelled, but there is apparently a little bit of an ambient remainder in that it is falling, but it looks like it is not accelerating as fast as a giant falling rock actually would. So it won't hit terminal velocity, but at this point it already is falling at about 6 or 8 miles an hour. Not crazy fast, but it's a huge rock that's going to impact into more rock below. So it's going to have pretty much an immediate stopping distance. And with those rolls, if this were to impact at whatever the full speed is, you're looking at incredible devastation on the ground. Tons of force. So, with all that said, I do want to ask really quick what we're seeing from Shin and Kalista as this all begins to fall away underneath your feet.
So, last we left off, Shin was rocketing towards the escaping city. He hears the dragon roar from beneath and stops mid-flight, mid-rocket towards them, looks down, and the full weight and realization of everything that has led to this moment. The threads start to connect in his mind, and this is happening in a split second. But for him, it feels like an eternity. And he looks at Kalista, and all you see on his face is almost like a child being caught, the hand in a cookie jar, like no intention, no ill will, just sheer unabashed fear and shame. All the resolution and convince and conviction that he had is gone.
Kalista's anger that had been building since she was called a coward, since she was blamed for her people falling, instantly melts away when she sees Shin's face. And she closes the distance as she was on Shin's heels. And she's just going to gently cup his face with one hand. Shin.
What have I done? I just wanted to save them. There's no balance.
No. Mistakes were made, Shin. Both you and I. But we need each other as much as we think we don't. Every soldier needs a politician to plan, and every politician needs a soldier to fight. Come back to us, Shin. Fight with us.
You look in his eyes, and for the first time in all the years and centuries that you've known him, you see doubt. He doesn't. I don't know what to do. And you see the power, the resolve, the self-assuredness die within him.
None of us do, Shin. What we are dealing with is unprecedented. But what we have to do is save those people down there. And we have to fight. And we have to do it together. That much I know. Will you stand with me again, Shin? Will you be my soldier?
Shin looks in your eyes, in so much sorrow and pain. In his body, everything you see in him is nothing but pain and sorrow, but a tiny glimpse of a smile. I am no one's soldier. But today I will be. And rockets towards the ground. He rips his face from your hands, and you feel, and it feels like wind just rushing away from your hand, and he rockets towards the ground.
As he leaves her, her face is a mirror of his. There's just that slight smile as she just lets herself fall. Not letting go of her spell, but just falling with gravity. She's not going to plummet herself or anything, but she will fall with gravity towards her home.
Both of you take 2 luck points. As you, Shin, Kalista right behind, as the 2 of them return, catching up to the falling city. I would assume returning to the 4 of your companions to make a plan. What are you all doing? You all say. The time between Thvalahim starting to, or The time between the low terrace starting to fall and Kalista and Shin rejoining you is as long as that conversation took in reality. So it's not long, about 90 seconds. And they have rejoined you. But even in that short period of time, those of you who are here on the Fourth Terrace, have a sickening realization that time is not on your side. There is a finite distance this can fall before it impacts. And as Shin and Kalista rejoin, the majority of the Valahim continues to rise higher and higher into the air.
So I ducked behind a building at the end of last session.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
That way I'm not scaring people even more, turning into a giant spider lady. And, you know, nobody's hearing me scream as I turn into this, because there's too much going on, too much wind,
too many
people screaming. It's
just another.
And I mean, the second she regains like full consciousness is when she casts this to like try to land this plane.
Do you think that would have happened before or after Shin and Kalista rejoined everyone else?
I think it's more along the lines of, by the time that they get down there, you see me starting to try to, like, I'm in the middle of casting that to get it out and hopefully slowing everything down and stuff.
100%. Korrin?
To add a little bit of flavor for that is when they do get there, Korrin's going to reach out to, like, what's the plan? And stop.
Say that again. I'm
sorry. I'm not used to the push to talk.
You're good.
Just a little flavor of like when the two get back to us. Korrin's going to look at them, look at Shin and Kalista, and ask what is the plan, and it will stop when the spell starts.
Okay. What is the plan? And it's right then that you finish casting this spell, Lorwryn. And you see everything around you stop. People fleeing, screaming, running, clutching each other. Your friends gathered all around each other once again, in the middle of trying to hastily figure out a plan. You take it into your own hands at this moment. What do you do with all the time in the world?
She's going to be, so like her elven hands will be out in front of her, and you kind of like, you see her almost like grip with gravitational force. Like, this is taking everything she's got out of her, and like her hands are raised up above her and everything, and she's like literally trying to like grab as if like an invisible hand is above it kind of piece, and try to like fight against gravity to like slow it down.
So,
and land it.
Just to make sure we're on the same page, are you using time stop or wish?
Wish.
Okay. What is the wish? Because wish only has verbal components, and I'm going to let you know this. Like I told you all, I had a plan for a skill challenge. Wish nullifies it. So what would those verbal components be?
I wish to safely land this on the mountaintop, so as though no one is hurt.
You wish this. And hold on one second, I change something. You wish this. And you hear a voice in your head.
You are lucky that I still hold you in my heart, my daughter. Do not grow accustomed to my assistance against them.
And you, suddenly, all of you, it's a very disorienting experience. Because you were moving. You were falling. Everyone around you, the whole place, and then it suddenly stopped, but it's not, there isn't any G-force change. There's nothing physically that occurs to you as you just stop moving. And the Valahim is so high in the sky now. Where it was only half mile or so away, now a mile and a half. In a blink of an eye. And the people here are you all notice this. A lot of them don't. And are still running around screaming and panicking as if it is still falling. And as you take a look around, you realize that you are in between two peaks of the belt of the world. And this small little, in comparison, small mountain spur is just nestled right here. And you realize that you are still towards the base, or at least lower down, the mountain of Eotheris, the severed portion only about half a mile above you. Lorwryn, this is a very taxing activity. Both the transformation and immediately casting wish. As people are still running, screaming, flailing, crying, some people starting to finally realize that they're saved even though they don't know how. What do we see from you?
There is a light that casts a shadow from, and all the viewer sees is this gigantic figure start to contort and shrink and scream and like convulse. And as she turns back into her elven form, the shadow is just her on her knees, and sort of her on her knees and her hands on the ground, doubled over, just utterly exhausted.
I think, as Kalista had a good view from above, when she was coming down with Shin, she's going to see, she's going to note where everyone is, and then she's going to land in front of Lorwryn and just kneel before her and gently place her hand on Lorwryn's shoulder. You did it.
Is it done? All of it?
It is.
Is it? Okay. And she's going to kind of turn over a little bit.
And Lorwryn, just a mechanical reminder.
Yep.
Because this was the reshape reality one. Your strength score is 3 for the next 4 days. And until you finish a long rest, you take 1 d10 necrotic damage every time you cast a spell per spell level.
Yep.
there is a price for changing reality, but a price you are willing to pay as you look around and see 1,200 souls that almost certainly would not have survived that impact. What about the rest of you?
I think Jaeger would approach Kalista and Lorwryn at that moment, and he would kneel down next to them both and not saying anything, but just staring at Lorwryn, and place a giant armored hand on her shoulder, and it's gonna glow a little golden. And he's unsure of what she just did to stop the whole area from falling and killing all those people. But he knows it was taxing, and he can hopefully alleviate some of that. And he's gonna try and do a cleansing touch, the same ability that restored Lady Korrin's memory, and see if it helps any.
Would it be... It would be one of those things where... Well, is there any components or anything like that to that spell?
It's not a spell.
Just
All
an
it
action.
does
It's just
is-
something he can do.
No, that's cool.
It's gross.
Lorwryn knows mechanically what happens, kind of thing with it. So.
Oh yeah.
But like, she wouldn't necessarily like stop it if it's just an action kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't cost him anything.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
And the wording is
Unfortunately,
to
mechanically,
end a spell.
yeah, it
Mhm.
ends a
Yeah.
spell. This is not a spell on him. This is a consequence of cast, or a spell on her. This is a consequence of casting a spell. But
Still gonna try.
you still do feel, as his hand touches you, you feel warmth. Not a physical warmth, but it's there. And could all of you, actually, before I do that, did anyone else want to have any reaction or response to Lorwryn doing this? You don't have to. I just want to give you all a chance. Korrin?
Well, that spooky bitch did it. God damn.
I'm gonna look at Korrin and be like, yeah, we were just gonna try to hit it with swords. It wasn't gonna work.
No, you're right. That I don't. Could you punch a meteor out of the sky? Is that possible?
Could all of you please make me perception checks?
It makes sense that I would fail mine.
I got a 19.
19, okay.
13.
I got a 19.
All right.
15.
What did you get, Shin? Because honestly, this is not a high DC.
It's a 6.
6? Okay. So here's my question. What
It's not that
are
low,
you-
but
What are you focusing on, either externally or internally, that results in a 6?
Do you want to know what? Because I already had that going. I just wasn't going to draw attention to it. Nobody's looking at him, so there's no reason for anybody to know what's happening right now. But Shin, everyone runs off to their respective people, but Shin just touches the ground, knows kind of exactly what happened, considering his affinity with the sky, and He knows he's no longer in the sky. And drops to his knees.
As you drop to your knees, Shin, there is a swirl of wind around you, just a gust, a small cyclone only about your size. And then it takes a slightly humanoid shape just about 5 feet in front of you. An air elemental. And the elemental gives you a fluid nod of acknowledgement.
Fist of liberation, friend of air elementals. You must flee this place. Old things are waking. Flee while you can.
And in just a breeze, is gone. And all of the rest of you, as that conversation is happening, like I said, where Lorwryn managed to have the low terrace, very low now, land, only about half a mile below where the severing of Aeltheris happened, which was about 1.5 miles from the peak. And you see, relatively speaking, small shapes begin to crawl out from that severed section, and some fly up into the sky. Shapes that some of you, those of you who have spent your entire lives here on Yvvor, never have seen in real life. Those of you who have been to other planes, you've seen dragons. You know dragons. And even at this moment, dozens, hundreds, so many different colors, so many different sizes. Some look small, others must be 100 feet long. Some continue to crawl out from the mountain, a few of them starting to look like they're descending this direction. Not heading here at like breakneck speed, just generally speaking, while others are like a volcano just erupting from this mountain into the air.
Well, I think he's found his army.
The dragons. Those are dragons, right? You guys see them too. We haven't just like
No,
hallucinating
you haven't.
right now. Okay.
You haven't hit your head. Those are dragons. Hundreds of them.
I have a dragon claw like on a necklace, and you see me like grab it. You like clutch it at that moment.
And that dragon claw is a relic of the Clawbound.
They're real.
Yeah.
Kalista,
Yeah, Korrin.
I have one question for you, and I need you to be completely honest with me right now.
I am so beyond lying right now, Korrin.
Did you know they were there?
No.
And she stares you into your eyes.
I swear to you.
No, I believe you.
Okay.
And she's going to begin to rage and get big.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna kind of shout over this rage. I don't mean to be insensitive, but as a dragonborn, do you speak dragon?
She responds in Draconic, which means yes.
Okay.
I also speak dragon.
What?
Isn't it beautiful? Every one of you hears. I knew there were riches beneath the mountain, but an army such as this, it was too good to pass up. And you all see, walking through the street towards you all, as people run through it, as if it's not there, taking no notice. Shin, you recognize this figure. Green skin, the jade-skinned celestial that you spoke with on the rooftop in Highgale. Sincerely, Shin, you do have my thanks.
I throw a rock at him.
Just passes right through. Oh, there's no need for that.
I just wanted to see if you were here or not. You wouldn't be.
Come to you all with one final chance. It should be apparent now to you all that this territory dispute will end with me on top. But it would go faster with your help.
Kalista is going to step in front of Shin and take a couple steps towards it. I think we're past the dealing stage. Beelzebub.
Well, one of you can say my name. Well, if that's the case, unfortunate though that is, perhaps I should show you the card I've been holding then. You see these? Gestures up just generally to where the dragons are. Child's play. I hope to see you all on the other side, but if I do not, I will remember you. Be well, friends. And as a family of Goliaths clutching each other just runs in front of where this celestial-looking individual is, when they pass by, it is gone.
I hate that person worse than Zariel.
Korrin.
Once Beatrice is gone, Korrin's going to kneel down in front of Shin. With her claw, lift his head. Look at me. You want to make this right?
He just stares blankly.
I want an answer from you, son.
I have none. I have no answers. I cannot affect change as much as a bug can change the course of a river.
Good line.
I am as powerless as I was when I was a boy.
Are you blaming yourself, Shin?
That is truly the only thing you have control over.
No. Blame is all that is left for cowards who do nothing. Heroes act, Shin of the Sky Fist.
And what would you have me do, saver of the city?
though you're one who can wish an entire city to the ground, what exactly would you have me do?
Stand up for once.
What? I tried to read a revolution, and what did that get me? Nothing! Because I have fists! That's what we have, Korrin. And we can punch things, and punch them, and punch them, until the tears of all the souls we could not save cry for the blood that we have spilled! What can we even do? These magical beings, Kalista and Lorwryn, they can do things. What can we do?
Korrin is going to grab him now and hold him. We do what we do best. You silly old man. No, and she's going to squeeze. Just enough. No. We do what we do best. And we work together with our friends to fight and save as many people as we can. And if you ever raise your voice to me again, I will snap you in half.
I headbutt Korrin. And you look because his head is not nearly as hard as yours, his blood pours from his forehead. You see rage. Barbarian rage.
Mm-hmm. Good. I want you to use that. And take out every motherfucker that's come down here to hurt these people. Do you understand?
He yells at you. He roars at you.
As you roar, Shin, as you let out this draconic roar, as yours dies away, the others from hundreds of dragons now spread out across the sky like a flock. Their screeches, their roars, suddenly there is an incredibly loud sound, a bellow, a roar so deafening, so loud that the dragons all around go silent. The ground beneath your feet shakes, not like it did when the city was falling. It reverberates with the roar. So loud is it. And then there is a and you all see a shape take off from where the severed mountaintop has cleared. A shape that dwarfs every dragon that you have seen pouring out of here. 100 feet long? No. 700 feet from nose to tail. 1,200 feet from tip of wing to the other side. Blotting out the night sky, the moon above, as it takes into the air, and you see an unfortunate dragon. Tiny in comparison, only 75 feet long. That just didn't get out of the way fast enough. Snapped in half. A morsel snack for this dragon. And Shin, I want you, for right now, only you, to roll me a history check, and do it with advantage, or religion.
Both the same. It was a nat 1. That was
Well,
a nat
with advantage.
1.
With advantage.
That's a 15.
Yeah, otherwise
that's
it was
a nat 1
0.
with a -1 that was a 0.
He's angry. He can't remember.
I forgot my own religion. I don't even know my name.
Headbutted a golden dragon.
Yeah, that's fair. You're a little
Man,
concussed.
I'm big.
You're a little concussed right now. Not the best time for pop quizzes. Shin.
Yeah.
Asgorath, the concordant dragon. In different realms, those who worship Asgorath, such as yourself, especially those with draconic heritage, attribute him or her the creation of the multiverse. Asgorath is known in the Outer Planes as Io. Asgorath, according to those who believe that they created the multiverse, was a bit of an unmoved mover of a deity. Started the universe, and then just kind of let it go. But the creation of the universe would have meant nothing without time. Time needed to be created as well, to see the multiverse grow and change. And that is where Cairn, the Morning Star, came in. Cairn created time, and then let it flow. And somehow, you cannot explain how right now, but somehow, Alzabul has summoned him here.
He had, so in this moment, he just headbutted Korrin. And then you see the rage turn to wide-eyed terror. And he whispers a word to you, Korrin, that you have only heard in fairy tales. By dragonborn religious zealots. But nothing, that could be equated to the boogeyman. Or the devil, and it's Korrin. It's Cairn.
Upon hearing that name uttered, she releases Shin. And there is a look in her eyes of hearing that name and looking up to the sky. It's not a full fear. It's disbelief. And great concern. Oh, God. Oh, no. No. And relays the name to the rest of the group.
Oh. He looks to Lorwryn and Kalista. How can a devil bewitch a god?
Ethan, is this something I could possibly know?
the general question or regarding Cairn specifically?
Regarding the general question, I'm gonna say.
Gods are capricious too. Gods can be manipulated too. They aren't perfect. They aren't all-powerful, all-knowing. They are flawed. And some of them are just destructive without even being malicious.
Some of them just assholes.
Time destroys all without any anger or malice. Shin?
Shin is going to very, very panickedly go into his memory, into either religion. I'm going to do this as a religion check and try to. He is going to recall the story between Asgarath and Cairn. Like, would he know that? Is this like Lucifer and God? And like, is this like a contentious?
No check necessary. No. Asgarath has very few enemies in general because they're kind of stand back. You know, they just made the universe, let it go. Not really. More two sides of a complementary coin. They weren't enemies or anything like that. I mean, it's not like Cairn set out to destroy the multiverse, just another creator of another important force.
I must speak to him. I have to. And
the god of time or to the devil?
The god of time.
May I ask what you're going to say, Shin?
You look in his eyes and all you see is like religious fervor. Like he just came out of an emotional breakdown that he's probably still in. You don't see the normal, happy, freedom-based, chaotic Shin monk devoted to freedom. You see a confused boy. A boy grabbing at straws for answers.
Kalista's gonna take his hand. And even if he tries to pull away, I mean, she doesn't have very high strength, but she's still gonna...
He's not trying very hard. He's like, it's almost like he's in a daze.
She's gonna take his hand and pull him just a little closer. Shin, I know you do not agree with my methods. But this time we have to stand together.
Cannot fight him. We can't fight the time. He may know where he is.
I know. And I'm not saying we're gonna run up there and fight a god right now. But we are going to stick together and figure this out. Okay?
You see he's sort of like conceding to it, but Shin is very close psychologically to shattering. Like, Korrin gave him a little, you and Korrin have given him a little sliver, holding him together, but the events of this day, there is, because of the years you've known him, there is a thread holding his psyche together.
Jaeger's gonna stand by Shin and be his shadow for the moment, providing a sense without fear, if that was influencing him at all, and that little bit just washes away in the presence of the Metal Man. But he's gonna shadow you for a bit and say, there are many things that need to happen, but And he looks around.
He
We gotta
looks you.
get the peoples out of here. The people need to be gone.
He looks you dead in your eyes. You have met your god. I have not.
Val and Korrin, watching this enormous shape in the sky, so pure black that sometimes the only reason you can see it is because of the absence of stars where its shape is. Cairn, the morning star, is flying west. That is the same direction as both the Grasp and Blaze of Virtue.
No. He's leaving. Somebody tell him to teleport me to him. I have so many questions.
I have one sending stone on me that I have never pulled out until this moment, and I pull out my sending stone.
That's true. You use sending. You use.
I use sending
Kalista's sending scroll instead of using your own sending stone back in Highgale.
I have a flavor.
At least we now we do have.
But I have a flavor thing. It's a one use. It's gonna crumble after I use it. Like.
It's a one-time
It
emergency
only gets-
contact.
It's very emergency. It's gonna and basically
it's because it
pull
can be
it
used
out.
to trace back to the clasp. Oh, good.
I pull it out and you see me activate it because I don't think it's like I don't think it's like necessarily a spell. I kind of you see me grab onto it. Korrin sees me pull this out and starts muttering and like muttering almost like what we would now call like talking to my hand. Karen is headed to you right now. Yes, Karen. Big, angry, just woke up. Get out. And then it just crumbles, turns to ash in my hand.
There would have been a response, but you won't get to hear it. Warren?
They I told them to leave. I told them to get out just in case. They should be fine. They're safe. And she rubs her wedding ring. Did I already contact him today? I can't remember.
Not today.
Good. Gren.
Wait.
Did I already?
Was
Has
that
it been today?
Because you contacted him after Balzabul spoke to you in your mind because he mentioned something about it, and that's what made you contact, and that was this morning.
Then I did do it.
Yep.
Then I did do it already. That's fine then.
Nope.
I already told him to leave. Yep. I already told him to leave. They're fine.
They're fine.
They're fine.
I'm sure they're gonna get out.
We should chase down the god.
Do you have any suggestions how, Shin?
I'm gonna talk to him. And like Shin, so Ethan, it's nighttime.
How the fuck did you ask him that?
It is nighttime.
And Shin is going to erupt the largest version of his wings he can muster. And he's going to rocket into the sky. And he's trying to get Karen's attention because Shin's draconic power draws from Asgarath. That's where he gets it.
Shin, what's your AC?
22.
I never want Aaron to ask me that.
For real.
That PvP we talked about a few weeks ago.
Should just
For once, it's not me and Val.
Should have had it. Should just done. Would have been all right. Cool. Just snap his neck. Should have.
So, 16 plus 13, 29. Unarmed sentinel. You're not going anywhere. And he's going to reach out and yank you back down.
What you feel, you don't feel any malice out of Shin, but you feel the force of a small dragon, and you see like the capillaries in his skin start to burst as he is trying to still continue to go to the sky, and his eyes are set on that dragon.
And as this happens, as Jaeger reaches out and just like grabs a piece of Shin's clothing, pulls him back down to the ground as you are staring at this huge shape getting smaller in the distance, there is a loud, deep roar, and you can see even from here as this incredible, monstrous dragon breathes a glittering blue breath down at something below it. You are far too far away to see what, but just a wave of destruction as Cairn turns his head and this huge glittering breath just passes over the landscape.
We could have prevented that.
We don't.
You're being a dragaboo right now.
A dragaboo. Exactly.
You're being a dragaboo. Calm down, Shin.
We stick together.
And exactly how did you want to? Yeah, and then she just lays back.
Just curled up, the spider legs curled in.
No, she's still in. She's back in elven form, so it's more like the fetal position on the ground.
She's yamched.
Yeah, she's kind of just laying back and breathing heavily.
So close to answers.
I can tell you from being very, very, very close to gods. No, you're not. Trust me on that one. And then lays back. Exhausted.
Val, you hear in your head, "We're abandoning the grasp. It's the only choice. I'll contact you when I can. Stay safe and stay smart, Val."
So
Is that Geralt of Rivia?
Wrangle.
Karen's almost there.
I just want to be clear. Cairn, one
Cairn.
syllable. It is not
Cairn.
a Karen.
Not Karen.
Not Karen.
Not like the
Really?
Karen.
Not Karen. No, like mixed color blonde hair here. No complaining to managers, just destroying the restaurant.
Oh, that was
He goes above the manager. Like, what the fuck do you think?
Kairn. Cairn.
I mean,
Karen
acting
is
like
the
one at the
manager.
moment.
Well,
The
look, we can
manager of
continue the
time.
tradition of misnaming these enemies. We got Barbie and Karen over here.
There. Karen's there, or about to be there. They're leaving the Clawbound right now. The grasp.
You have never.
Why did he go to the grass first?
You have never heard of the grasp being abandoned. It has been occupied, stationed for the last 830 years. It's never been abandoned until today.
Guys, I know that I am not of sound mind, but I think we need to go to the grasp. Why would Karen go there first? Why is why is the group called the Clawbound? Why is there so much dragon iconography around the group unless it's going for a very specific reason?
Or maybe it's just flying in that direction.
It has 360 degrees, and it just happens to go to the same direction that happens to have a parallel thing with the dragons.
I didn't. Okay. Okay. You have a point.
It's a little coincidental, Kalista.
Don't make me slap you.
I could use one, to be honest. I headbutted a dragon.
I think I'll hurt my hand more than it will hurt you.
Well, my head hurts.
Behind him, Jaeger's hand just raises up and he looks at Kalista like, huh? Then he lowers it.
So what do we do? Do we go back up to the terraces? Kill this bastard that's been in the heads of our friends? Or do we hunt down the Dragon of Time?
He's not there. He's never physically been here. He's where the dragons are. The dragons have been the target the whole time. That's why he only spoke to me, and he wanted dragons. And now he has a god. And that god is heading to something important to him.
Do you know where he is, Shin?
Not here. Possibly not even on this plane.
And you're certain of that?
That's why I threw a rock at him. This is the first time he's appeared physically to all of us, and he still wasn't here. I don't think he's ever been here. And if I had to hazard a guess, he's probably on his way to wherever that dragon's going.
And we follow a god. Lorwryn? Do you need help standing?
I could use a drink.
Shin looks over at you, and you see a little bit of himself possess him, like you said the trigger phrase. Oh, and like pulls out, and you're a little upset by what he pulls out, because he shouldn't have it. This is a like, I'm trying to think of what they're called. Hold on. What is, like, for lack of a better way to put it, I used to know the term, but it's a drow matron. Usually these are only given to drow matrons. Bottle of brandy, specific to the Underdark. It is usually reserved for royalty.
I will remind everyone, Shin currently has one hand. Do you, Shin, have one hand?
Do I what? I have two hands. I thought I had the.
I don't think you've shown them.
Yeah, we haven't actually looked at the new hand.
So, what
in my brain it's just
so what do
neck.
what do they see as you pull out this bottle of brandy?
Oh, it's just floating in. It's floating in the air at the end of a nub, but it like parts around it are just sort of like you're looking through a mirage that has like silvery flecks in it, like you're looking through a mirage, and there's just like a slight silver sheen to it, but he has no notice of it. He is just looking at Lorwryn like, huh?
It almost.
He'll take it.
It almost looks a bit like a hand made out of air.
He pulls out a stone cup, like a stone, looks like a sake glass, and puts it down and pours you, and then hands it to you.
I'll take the bottle.
Oh, and hands him the bottle, and then the insult to injury, goes back and then pulls out another bottle of the exact same thing.
As you pull that bottle out, oh, I'm sorry, unless there was something you wanted to say right then, Lorwryn, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Okay. At that moment, as you pull the second one out, Shin, there is a hand on your shoulder. and you are seated, and as you look behind you, there is a dwarven family. You know, you remember actually seeing them in the crowd beneath you as you led the people to the bridge. And the father is the one who, actually, grandfather is the one who has his hand on your shoulder.
Thank you, Fist of Liberation. You gave us hope, and I don't know how, but I suspect it was you and your friends doing that.
I am not your savior today.
Well,
I have done nothing. And he looks over and he gestures over to the drow priestess crumpled on the ground drinking very expensive brandy. That is your savior.
As you
That is your Fist of Liberation.
The dwarven mother just... are you still seated, Lorwryn?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
she's still lying down.
The dwarven mother kneels down next to you and just pulls out a handkerchief and just kind of dabs at your head and just starts trying to help you. Just smiles down at you, and when you open your eyes and see her there, she just softly whispers to you, "Thank you."
You are welcome. Would you like a drink? It's really good.
Feel like it would be rude to say no. Takes a little swig of it. And actually,
it is very strong, but I figure you are a dwarf.
Gives it a sniff and processes how strong it is. And to your horror, Shin, she takes the handkerchief she was using and puts it on the top of the bottle and tips it over to soak the handkerchief, and then starts to dab at some of your scratches that you have, Lorwryn, using it as anesthetic because it is pretty strong. She doesn't know how valuable it is, doesn't even care. Could be worth a fortune. At this moment, that is worth it. As she just kind of puts your head on her knees and just lets you, a stranger, just caring for you for a second.
Did your wife just use a 2,000-year-old brandy as an anesthetic?
2,000 Wait, 2,000-year-old. Oh, okay. Now that's a big fish story there, if I've ever heard one.
You see Shin looks into this dwarf's eyes with the purest indignation.
Just kind of looks a little confused at the response, and then
just gives a shrug.
Yeah. Does anybody want to cast teleport? Or
Shin is slightly drunk now, and Shin's like, "I'll get right on it," and he starts waving his hands in a really shitty impersonation of both of you, like he's doing your mannerisms, like "Happy boogity boogity boogity."
the dwarves
That earned Shin a very weak slap across his face.
the dwarven children, as he was doing that, actually kind of backed up a little bit, thinking he was getting ready to cast a spell. What's he gonna do?
And then he gets slapped by Kalista, and he still just starts flailing, and he's like, "Ooh, let me draw some runes on this big metal man."
Shin, I swear to God.
You know what this one does, Jaeger? It
Jaeger.
kills all the demons.
Jaeger, you have permission to slap him. Please.
He's just gonna look at you, sad eyes,
There is
and
now.
sigh.
You see Shin put his finger into his bag and draws a tick on one of your balls.
Jaeger's just gonna grab his hand and pat it and put it back down to his side.
And Lorwryn, I like as you see this, and the dwarf woman tending you sees this, she just looks down at you. People would deal with stress in their own ways.
I think I have a bad case of clinical depression.
So with that moment...
Somebody needs to cast Manazapran.
With that moment, let's go ahead and take our first break, and we will pick back up with the group figuring out what to do next. Don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be back. Performative faux magic done and dick drawn on Jaeger. Is there anything else you all would like to be doing? Korrin?
Korrin still watching Karen just blow fire and cause destruction from a distance. She's going to turn to Val and say, "What is at the Clawborn? What is there?"
It's just our stronghold. Where we were made. Where we lived. And yes, there's a bunch of claws there.
Val?
But there's no dragons.
Could you make me a survival or intelligence check with advantage here? This is a check for what you are trained to do, which is take something down. And in order to take down intelligent monsters, you have to be able to think like them. So this is a check to try to understand what the strategy might be with this move on the board.
So you said intelligence or survival? Okay, not investigation.
No, I don't think this would be investigation. You can make me arguments for different skills you think it might be. If there's a different skill you think makes sense given what I said it was for. History, I would also be cool with.
Okay, I'll do a history check then with advantage.
Rock and roll.
$16.
With advantage?
Yes, that was with advantage.
No, that was just one roll.
No, I had 2. I rolled 8.
An 8
first.
and a 16.
Oh, the 8 didn't even show up for me. So all I saw was the 16. You could have had an extra advantage. 16. You think you already might have accurately answered the question. What is at the grasp that might be worth destroying or acquiring? The Clawbound. You're a school of monster hunters and slayers. If there is any organization on the planet outside of the dragons that might make a formidable army for an upcoming, soon-to-be-appearing devil, they would be really handy to have on your side. And so it's possible that Cairn, with the influence of Bosable, is simply removing a piece from the board or attempting to acquire it.
He wants us. He wants us to be his army. The Clawbound.
Well, I mean, he kind of has a dragon army, so you'd be like a part of it.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you, Shin.
Do it.
I'm gonna let her.
Do it.
Like with all the girls.
Or maybe they want to destroy whatever threat you may pose. Val? If they are anything like you, they are too honorable to join an army like this.
If there's one thing I know about monster hunters is that they're full of pride.
I overlooked that part.
Yeah.
So they'll join. Cool. Wow.
Does somebody have something to put in Shin's mouth for the next little while?
He puts
No comment.
the whole top of this very old bottle in his mouth. Ever.
That isn't a choking hazard? Okay. Lorwryn, I don't have teleport. And I know you do. Are you up for it, is the question.
This is going to hurt, but yes.
Our savior.
Now,
Oh no.
We ask one more thing of you.
We already.
I was 2 days from retirement.
So I'm safe, right?
I hope you guys clip that shit. If she dies in that, I want you guys to clip it. This moment.
Well, I don't think it can do enough damage to outright kill you, so that's good. So, where would you be wanting to teleport to, Lorwryn? Would you be trying to teleport to the grasp, or are you trying to teleport to the dragon?
Just start riding the dragon all the way to the grass. Be like, yeah, motherfucker.
I cast my vote for the dragon.
Don't worry, it's fast enough. It'll get there too.
You really go try and teleport to a moving target.
You can
Right?
do it. You can do it.
You can do
There's
it.
no stipulation about it.
Yeah.
I
have put my eyes on it.
The Johnny Knoxville in me is wanting you to do this.
I mean, for what it's worth, you kill the dragon before it gets there, problem solved, right?
This one is for the Patreon only. My name is Lorwryn and welcome to Jackass.
It's my new ringtone.
I think we need to get to the grasp. Because whatever it's looking for, it's going to find there at that point. That would be my vote. Because trying to land on top of the dragon and then just having it, barrel roll and throw us all off in the middle of flight would probably be a bad idea.
Not all of us can fly.
Right.
I have levitate.
Don't even have
Shut up,
to.
kid.
I can make you all levitate. That's a thing I actually do have. That's not, I'm not being a piece of shit. That's a real thing I can do. And I haven't used it since the tower, so I definitely have it again.
True.
Okay, so the plan to teleport to the grasp. Now, as far as I know, Lorwryn, this is something that has only been described to you.
But he has Val here.
Does. That would require casting another spell, which would hurt. So, you have options. You can do what you did with Kalista regarding TheMalloMan, but do it for the grasp, read her mind a little bit, get an image, and therefore bump it up to seen casually instead, which does improve your chances. Or you could go off of described. Actually, if you read their mind, I would give you very familiar in this case, since Val has been to the grasp much more recently than Kalista had been to TheMalloMan. The memories are much more recent and therefore helpful. So if you did read Val's mind, it would bump it up to the very familiar table. Otherwise, we are on the described table.
Does the fact that Val is autistic and would describe this in detail, bump it up at all.
I remember everything.
I will
every
adjust
chisel of rock.
I will adjust the D100 table by 1 to reflect the fact that she very thoroughly described the rock.
The Queen of Tism. It's called a Tism bonus.
lot of Tylenol at the ground. Apparently.
So much Tylenol. It's the trial of Tylenol.
Tylenol and circumcised.
Oh
Did you know that almost
Well,
certainly is linked to
I
it?
don't think that affects Val.
No, apparently it did. It must have. It must have.
No, she was.
She was circumcised.
They don't believe in ID.
I hate it here.
We hate it here, Matty.
We live here.
You got a shitty neighbor. We got a shitty landlord.
So can I do detect thoughts to get that again? Is that what we did last time? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Think
Detect
so?
thoughts. You can push into deeper memories. Normally, there's the option for a save, but if Val chooses not to save, then no problem. Yeah, we could use detect thoughts for that.
Okay.
So
She's gonna stand up, and she's gonna look at Val and ask her, I need you to think about the grasp. Think in very, very specific detail about the place we could safely land if I can pull this off.
Okay.
And also, don't flinch. And she's gonna kind of gently put her hands up to her temples, Vulcan mind meld style.
now, I want to break the illusion for a second. To just let everyone know exactly what Lorwryn is risking for this plan by taking this on after casting Wish in the way she did. She will take, for Detect Thoughts, 2d10 necrotic damage. It can't be reduced. For Teleportation, as a 7th level spell for Teleport, she will then take an additional 7d10 necrotic damage. And now, you have a very nice number of hit points that is above the maximum that can be. But it's not that much higher. So Lorwryn will survive this, but it is going to hurt bad. So, could you please I'll roll it here.
I was gonna roll in the thing.
Oh yeah, you can do it. Yeah, that's more fun than me rolling. Could you roll me 9d10, please? Oh, and actually there is one other important detail.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't we roll the other thing too?
Well, we will. We will, because that brings up the other important detail. In addition to the 9d10, a potential of 90 damage right here. If there's a mishap on the teleportation table, Lorwryn will take an additional 3d10 force damage, which means there is a possible 120 damage on the table here for this one teleportation.
I really should have learned teleport.
I mean, actually, hold up. Wait a minute. That's a great point as an option for you all. Wizards have spellbooks.
But is it a prepared spell for today, though?
No. But here's the thing. A wizard can rip a page from their spellbook, and it becomes a scroll. Which means Kalista could cast it. But you would lose access to the spell until you find a way to regain it.
Oh, that is not worth it. Because
also, I
absolutely not.
I carry focus, not spell books.
And also, I wouldn't be able to rip a spell book out of me because it's on my skin. So
yeah.
I mean, dagger.
Coward.
Cut it right off. Right
You are not flaying me.
Yeah, I was going to say it is October, so yeah.
It's fine. Okay.
I could just use the
Okay,
claws.
I just wanted.
I gave a hand.
I
All
just
of a
wanted
sudden
to
we're not
lay.
in the
You gave nothing.
I'm not
you
giving a
lost it.
pound of flesh.
Look, as DM,
Quite literally.
I just wanted to give you a potential option to possibly avoid 12d10 points of damage.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
okay
all.
for doing
I was just on your
It's
side.
okay. We can heal. We can
Okay.
heal.
But
So,
you can't
can
cut off a
heal.
little piece.
here's the first thing that we're going to do. I want us to actually, let's resolve the 9d10 first, because that happens regardless of what is rolled on the table. So if you could roll that for me, Mallow, that'd be great. So much damage. Hey,
39.
that is well below, is decently below average there. That could have gone a lot worse. How many ones were there? Yeah.
2.
There's a couple of twos in there as well.
Yeah,
Looks
nice.
like
Okay.
a couple of 10, but yeah.
Great. Now, let's roll the D100, and because you managed to see this image, Val, where specifically in the grasp did you envision?
The center of the fortress, which is where we would eat. So they have large round tables in there. It's made of stone. There's hardly anything that could cave in there. Tall, high ceilings. It is where we would go when giant storms would hit and things, and we would worry, about basically the sides getting sucked out. You would go into the eating area, into the center of the fortress.
Okay, the mess hall in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
We need that D100.
Yeah,
We
here
are
go.
looking for 14 or above.
How's a 40 treat you?
40 puts you perfectly on target.
Oh, thank God, because I didn't want to take any more damage.
Yeah, because if it had been a mishap, yeah, that wouldn't be great.
Yeah.
You all disappear. And when you reappear, change this real quick.
When we reappear, Lorwryn just goes straight down to the knees with a giant headache. Just screams out, ah!
Yeah. Is there any visual manifestation, Lorwryn, of 39 points of necrotic damage?
And 5 levels of exhaustion on top of it.
And 5 levels of exhaustion. Thank God that wasn't a D20 you were having to roll.
Yep. So yeah, no, she immediately, she knows what she's doing, but yeah, immediately when everybody reappears and stuff like that, it's straight to the knees, clutching the head, very much in pain. Because it can't be prevented. There's nothing that she can do to, mitigate it or anything like that with it, right? It's just kind of the way that it
happens. There's not, even if you had necrotic immunity, you would still take the damage.
Shin kind of saunders over. You can tell he's in control, but he's intoxicated, and goes down to you, and it's almost mechanical. He's not really thinking about it. And he pours into your mouth a potion of greater healing.
Go ahead.
This is not gonna taste as good what I gave you earlier, but this is what we have.
Shin, could you please roll 4d4 plus 4 for Lorwryn?
4d4. What is other? 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll.
Plus
that is
4.
10
Plus
14.
14 healing for you, Lorwryn. And as this is happening, Val, you're home.
Is it empty here?
What is it is empty, but you can hear distant shouting. Not shouts of battle, but just loud shouting of people communicating as they are hurrying, rushing across hallways and evacuating.
I'm gonna run up to if I see any of them close to me. I'm gonna run towards where I can find someone. And
you have to run out of here, this central area, to find anyone.
Okay. I'm gonna run out of here at the central area to find someone to ask them.
You nearly collide into Selena, a human. She is much newer, very novice compared to you. Like, bumps right into you. Val? I didn't know you were here.
Because I just got here. What's happening? Is the dragon here?
We were told that we had to evacuate. We're all getting out of here. No, I haven't. The dragon's not here yet. Did you see it?
Yes. It's huge.
You hear behind you. Tell me you have more helpful information than that, Val. And you turn and you see the scarred face of your mentor, Rangal.
I think it's you who have information from me, Rangal.
Are you here alone?
No.
Where the fuck are they?
Where I fucking left them. In the mess hall.
Thank you.
In the mess hall.
And he just starts walking off, and the 5 of you saw as Val just darted into a hallway and just about 20 seconds later walks back in. There is another individual walking with her, similarly garbed, much more grizzled. Tall. You said Rangal was an elf, yes?
Yes.
Taller elf, missing an eye. Like, one side of his face is pretty messed up. But you all, with just your passive insights, can immediately tell that that is Val's mentor. Just the way she holds herself near him. After 150 years of that relationship, there's a lot of subconscious things that happen. Walking a little behind him. Just half a step, but it's enough to indicate it.
Aren't you a tall glass of water? Holy shit. Ooh.
Jaeger, do you have something to say, or are you just touching your nose?
No, something to say.
Okay. I'm used to only seeing Cory do that, so I didn't know.
It just looks so fun. I'm like,
it just looks fun. Yeah, we can. No, I will adopt that. I am fine with it.
But as they come back in, they'll see Jaeger next to Lorwryn, just finishing the healing potion, and he's going to put another hand on her, and it's going to glow. But say, Lady Lorwryn, you have put your life and your body on the line for this group repeatedly, and I think it is time that I can support you in these endeavors. And he's gonna glow his hand and refill whatever HP is left from his lay on hands pool. You are under my protection now.
The tall, elven, older Clawbound looks at you all, and when he pulls up, he stops kind of next to where Jaeger is, and he just looks you up and down, Jaeger, and just with his knuckles just raps on a part of you.
Rude.
Rangal, no time for introductions. What the fuck is happening?
I'll take this one, everybody, because the god of fucking time is on its way to either recruit you or take your ass out. So running's kind of ridiculous because they're probably going to chase you down. Unless you're sitting upon an artifact that is dragon related, then they're after that. You have a very sexy voice.
I will flay you, Skin. I will flay your skin, Shin. God!
I'm so flustered I can't even threaten you correctly.
I'll tell you, I'd let somebody in this conversation play some skin.
Shin,
What?
you've said the piece.
Okay.
What he says is the truth.
Where did he manifest?
To Valahim.
Headed this way.
Yes.
Then we all need to get out of here. Now.
Did you miss the part where you're the target? You're beautiful, but dumb.
He looks at you and, turns his good eye towards you and squints. You propose that we fight him. And he gets a small smile.
I didn't say that.
On his
I'm just
face.
saying that running is kind of a dumbass idea at this point because he's just going to follow you.
Then what's
Yes,
the
we propose that you fight.
Fight.
You tell me, Dragon Slayers.
Well. Do we fight or run?
Are we on top of an artifact, Ringal? Was the Clawbound founded and put here for a specific reason? Why here?
We paid respect to the dragons who watched over this world for millennia before we got here. Tended like shepherds. And we carried that on when they slept. We have never been the enemies of dragons, we have been their legacy.
Of course. I think Balzevil is going to try to recruit.
It's a bee, Val. It's a bee.
Balzevil?
You studied this. This was.
Balzevil?
I've made you read this chapter so many times. How can you not see?
I don't like him. He's so. Have you met him? Awful person.
Of course
Really
I
terrible.
haven't met him. He's an archdevil.
Well, he's awful.
We have. If that makes me more interesting to you, just.
Korrin's just gonna grab Shin's lips.
I'm so sorry for
He's
the pronunciation correction. It just honestly felt like something that Rangal would do.
Rangal.
He's your mentor and
100%.
you're mispronouncing it.
You're mispronouncing.
You're my pride apprentice.
You know I can't talk.
That's why I sent you. Never mind.
Rin, you're really cock-blocking me right now. He's hot.
Boy,
Jesus.
hush.
Val.
I think he's trying to recruit us to be his army, along with the dragons.
Why would he need you all if he has a dragon god?
He wouldn't.
I assume he wants multiple.
He wouldn't need us.
No.
But the others, they might. And if he claims us, they can't. Or if he takes us out. There's no better protection on Yvvor than the Clawbound. Even a devil must know that.
Not to mention, you're probably the one thing that could take down his dragon army. So why not? Why would he not? Because best case scenario, he gets a weapon along with the big-ass weapon he just got. And worst case scenario, he takes out the one thing that could take out his big-ass weapon.
If
Just saying.
Balzevil is coming here, have you said you've seen him? Was he
Yeah.
physically there, or did he simply communicate with you?
He
Communicated
wasn't
with us.
What was that? No one talked, and then everyone did.
Korrin, you got this. You've spoken to him too.
Listen, he's spoken to me. He's not that nice of a person. He likes to talk about himself, but he doesn't seem the type to get his hands dirty at all.
So he hasn't been here yet.
Not physically, no.
Not physically. We need to get him here. Even if we take Korrin out, we're eventually going to have to deal with him one way or the other. Maybe if we break his shiny new toy, he'll come and say hi. But if he's coming here, there are only a few of the Clawbound. There are only a few of the Clawbound that I trust to remain here, to resist that influence. You, Val. But only a handful more. The rest have to flee, or there are going to be liabilities.
Do you know if there's a way to turn the dragon to our side?
No idea. Not really our forte.
Yes, Shin.
Am I allowed to talk now?
No one stopped you from
If you're not
talking.
going to make a fool of yourself.
No promises.
Is he drunk?
But I am. And do you want some? It's
No.
2,000 years old, and this dwarven bitch did not appreciate it.
Okay, Shin, what were you going to say?
What I was going to say is we have a chance to turn the dragons against... Either way, we're probably going to have to fight. But there is a small percentage chance that we could turn the dragons against them. And here's how. Number one, you guys, sounds like, and no wonder Val called me this earlier, sounds like you're the OG Dragaboos. You set up your little fan club right on top of them. Number one. So you have that. You have acolytes of a dragon versus an outside influence. And I'll tell you something that gods really don't like. And Lorwryn probably can attest to this. Is gods are prideful. They are. But they're so prideful, they don't like other gods. And they definitely don't like other gods controlling them. So, and I happen to worship the other side of this god. So we could possibly talk our way out of this. Lorwryn, Kalista, you're the politicians. This is usually your forte. But I feel like we have two very strong pieces. And a very good reason why a dragon should be convinced that they're being controlled. A dragon god, by the way. That they're being controlled by another force.
As you finish saying this, another Clawbound runs in and exchanges just a few words with Rangal, and you all can hear Rangal instruct to get the Clawbound out of here, and he lists a few names to remain. Draven, Alara, Orion. And you hear him saying, "Get everyone else out of here as soon as you can. Go, now." And just pushes the Clawbound away, who goes running.
So what you're saying is, best case scenario, we talk a god onto our side. Worst case scenario, we fight a god.
Because here's the thing.
Win-win.
What reason? Exactly. And not to mention, what bait do we have to bring Balzabul here? We fight a god and then have to fight an archdevil right after that? We're not going to be at it. And honestly, one of our two big guns is down for the count.
What if there's a different
Because
option?
she fucking... What?
You said that Korrin was clearly Balzabul's target. The other dragons appear more incidental than anything.
Mm-hmm.
If he's put all of his money on this horse, so to speak, it looks like it's going to go south. He might step in to interfere. If we take him out, and his influence over Korrin falls.
Exactly. It sounds
Okay.
like the same plan.
I just don't like
Only
the
it's
talking
not.
part.
You
Well-
won't be doing the talking part.
Thank the gods.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely not going to be you this time. I'm
It's not
sorry,
you,
Kalista.
Shin.
Well, it has to be either me or big tall
Korrin.
glass of tea here. Because
Then switch to coffee, Shin.
have tea.
Do that then.
Whatever we're going to do, we don't have much time. The grasp is only 90 miles from TheMalloMan. You should be here any minute.
Oh.
2 Fort
Rango.
Mm.
Rango, dear. Look, you are well known as great monster hunters. I have no doubt in any of your skill, but do you have any weapons that can hurt a dragon? Any ballista-tipped weapons or anything like that?
The grasp.
Armaments to this place.
The grasp is outfitted with harpoons, prepared to defend ourselves from air assault. Haven't needed it much, but they still work. And as he says this, the door behind him opens, and 3 more claw-bound walk in. An elf, dragonborn, and a tiefling. Oh, not a tiefling, excuse me. Those don't exist in this world. An elf, a dragonborn, and a Goliath step through. And he just looks over his shoulder, and you recognize these 3, Val, as Orion, Draven, and Alara. They are 3 of the more elder, more senior clawbound who often work at training others. They, much like Rengal, have mentees. They are at his level, pretty much. Just
I have a
little
weird
below.
question. How does time move inside of a bag of holding?
Still moves. Things still age.
Like the same?
Yeah.
Does it move the same? So an hour out here would be an hour in there.
Yes.
The same?
Yeah,
Or would
it's not a time-altered pocket dimension. It's just a space-altered pocket dimension.
Okay.
What were you thinking?
I was trying to go inside of it. I was trying to go inside of it and attune to Zariel's sword.
Oh. Yeah, that I mean, you can still use it for what it's worth. It still functions as, like, the plus, that part still functions, the other parts simply don't. You have to attune for some of the abilities.
Gotta have 2 up there so no one else dies.
Well, no one around here should be a villager.
So yeah,
But
it's a +3 weapon whether you're attuned to it or not. You just attune to it and then get resistance to fire damage, an additional 2d6 points of fire damage, your con score increases. All those things happen when you attune to it.
Mm-hmm.
I would let you attune to it rather quickly. For what it's worth.
What is Lorwryn's CR rating right now?
No, CR
Lorwryn's-
doesn't drop. CR doesn't change.
It doesn't? Okay.
As you
okay.
are down on hit points. Everyone in the grasp currently is well above CR 0. The plants aren't.
But the chain lightning she's planning on casting to stop you from doing that it'll hurt her and you at the same time, but it's worth it.
She doesn't want me to attune to it?
Unless it gives you a magical dragon slaying powers.
Can we do it this way?
It's gonna be difficult.
Instead of like this, I love the metagame chat, but can we do it in character of like Val starting to reach into the bag of holding and Lorwryn?
No,
you know that
no one's talked to Shin about this yet. You've all talked amongst yourselves.
But like,
so I have my bag.
So Val goes like reaching for the bag of holding Lorwryn. You know why, Shin, you're holding it?
No, Shin's just like kind of drunken fist, just like,
Shin.
What? Are you trying to steal my brandy? That's mine. And I've already wasted like a cup's worth on that dwarven bitch.
Give me the sword, Shin.
What sword? I have like a couple in there.
Zariel's sword.
And what do you expect are you going to do with that? Besides kill some chickens.
And a Pothos.
Lorwryn. There's no Pothos around here.
They have an anti-Pothos policy here.
I'm going to use it if we are in a fight. It seems like now would be the best time to use it, when there's no one around that could be hurt.
Are you going to take the crown as well? Because that is the best way to use both.
No, I don't need the crown. There's no one here to keep it from hurting.
The crown keeps it from hurting, and Shin is holding both in his hands right now.
Put that back away, please.
Shin.
Okay.
Jaeger,
You
can you take the
hear-
crown from him?
Well, he put it back in the bag.
Oh, he put it back?
Yeah, he
Okay,
did
never
say he
mind
was
that.
doing it. But Shin, while you were holding the crown, just this infernal whispering in your head. And could you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Absolutely.
With a +5.
That's true.
With a +8.
And a +5 on top of that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because of Jaeger.
That's a 19.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Shin's eyes go a little distant looking at that crown when you tell him to put it away. But then you shake your head and manage to put it back into the bag of holding.
Sorry, guys. I checked out for like a second. I have been
No
drinking
crown.
very expensive brandy.
Val, this man is going to be a liability.
He's a
I was the one
liability
that wanted it.
everywhere.
Oh, look, you made Hottie not like me, Val. I just pulled it out because you told me to.
I don't want the crown. No one wants the crown. Just the sword.
You can't use the crown without. You can't use the sword without the crown, dum-dum. We already discovered that.
No, you can't. You can. It just...
No, you can't. Yes, but you know what I mean. Use them both. Either use them both or not at all. Right, Lorwryn?
That is usually the best way, yes.
Thank you.
The sword is important, don't get me wrong, but when both artifacts are together, there is something special that comes out. And while I believe that it is a powerful sword, do not get me wrong, I don't know if it's going to be the thing that you're going to be able to shove through a dragon's skull. Not a dragon god's skull, at least.
You all...
I'm not sure anything we have is gonna
You all hear...
work against a dragon.
A distant shout, a little bit muffled. He's here!
With the sword.
Rangol's head turns and then looks back to you, Val. Well, if this is the end of the grasp, what a way to go. Let's do it. And he has a smile on his face.
This is the happiest I've ever seen him.
It
Ever.
legitimately is. Absolutely. Like, it has been probably about 60 years since you have seen a smile that big cross his face. And, Val, that voice was familiar. That was Violet. She shouldn't still be here. She's nowhere near as experienced as you, or Rangol, or Ryan, or Draven, any of those that were selected. But that was her voice.
Like I heard her outside.
The one who shouted, "He's here."
Yeah, he's here. I'm going to peek out if there's like a window to be able to see, but not be fully exposed. I want to peek out the window to see what he is doing.
You all, or you have to head to like an exterior wall that looks outside to be able to see. He's still distant. But it's really hard to judge how distant with how enormous Cairn is. But you see that pure pitch black silhouette already dominating a large section of the skyline. You probably have minutes, a handful, before he is within harpoon range. And as you go to where you have to go in order to see that, you also, from that window, are able to see an exterior battlement, or, yeah, that's the right word. And on one of the many large mounted, somewhere between ballista, harpoon is a little misleading, they are single-person operated ballistae that have large bolts that also have the ability to have rope or chain attached to them. And you see Violet manning one of those, along with 2 other clawbound out there.
I think it's time.
Shin.
What are you doing here? I shout to her.
You think I'd miss this? Look at it! And just points, and she is crying. And she looks back at you and says that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on one sec.
I
Shin,
desperately
Shin,
want-
hold on one sec,
No,
because
sorry.
you're not there. I want to do this moment real quick with Val.
Yeah.
Think I'd miss this? Sight! Someone's gotta look after you. It's not like it's a lich.
You're going to die if you stay here.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. But that's what we signed up for. And if my death saves you or anyone else, it's worth it. This is what I trained for. You can't take this from me, Val.
I'm not going to take it from you now. Make sure you kill him, though. So it wasn't for nothing.
And
You and the rest of them.
her lower lip just quivering. She is terrified, Val. But she looks at you and she smiles and she just nods. Shin, you were saying?
I think it's time. We gotta make our move, whatever it may be. I really desperately want to talk to him. And I feel like they're going to shoot at him as soon as he's in range, and that's not gonna put him in the talking mood.
Shin, Jaeger walks up. If there is any talking, you're not going to do it in this state. And he's going to lay on hands 5 points to cure the drunkenness.
Gosh. Aw, man. Now I'm scared.
This was a strategy.
Oh, Jaeger. You beautiful soul.
I'm going to be needing that soul, though.
What?
He's going to reach out for the sword.
He looks at Jaeger, and then he looks at Val.
I'm not in there.
Oh,
Because I
where did
leaned
you
out
go?
the window. I leaned out the window to look at, and then for Violet. So I'm not
Hey,
even
Val. This is a really important moment. You probably should be paying attention to this.
Jaeger's going to lean in. I'm going to give it to her.
Oh.
We need to
And
be
he
out
ga-
there.
He gives it to Jaeger, and then just
And Jaeger's gonna slowly walk it out and give it to Val.
Val, this blade, which you've held before, still ripples with that faint, molten energy inside its blade. Even though Zariel is long removed from this world now. Long removed, 2 days. You feel her in this blade. And do you wish to attune to it?
I'm going to take it from Jaeger, and I assume he just kind of places it in my hand. I'm going to just like grasp it so tightly and feel the wrath kind of coursing through me from Zariel. And yeah, I'm going to attune to it.
As you do, you gain all of those benefits that are associated with this blade, which, like I said, resistance to fire damage, an additional 2d6 points of fire damage with each hit. Your constitution increases by 2, which means you also, you can adjust that on your character sheet. That will give you 17 more hit points to your max HP. And of course there's the CR0 effect, which not relevant here, thank God. But as you reattune to it, it's like getting a fix that you didn't know you needed. As you reattune to this, there is something, a longing inside of you for that blade that you hadn't even processed, that had been there ever since you de-attuned from it. And you feel it course through you.
Yep. That's Zariel. She's... God. Thank God we killed her. Did anyone else think about her? Okay, no. Right. Just me. It's cool. It's cool.
Rangal has been shouting instructions to the 6 or 8 clawbound still remaining here. Just enough to help. Just enough to teleport out of here if it's an emergency. And as that shape in the distance grows larger and larger, the loud roar echoing across the peaks of the belt of the world. What do we see the rest of you all doing? As you have about 60 seconds before you think it would be within range of the ballista.
I'm really trying hard, you guys, to not run off and talk to my god, or at least one of them. If you don't tell me a plan in the next 60 seconds, I'm gonna go into the night and talk to my god. That's what's gonna happen. So
I think we should
tell me what the plan is.
I think we should attempt to talk before we shoot, at the very least.
Yep, that's what What about you, SB? That's short for spooky bitch.
Do what you can to talk, because this will not end well if you try to fight it. And trust me on that one.
Alright. Yep, I'm gonna go talk to my god. Sober. Alright. Thanks, Jaeger. And he pats you on the shoulder where he painted the dick and wipes and swipes it. Probably not the best look for you anyways. Alright.
Don't get too far away, because you're alone, but not alone.
We're behind you, Shin.
Thanks, big guy. Oh, you're coming too, Kalista.
Oh.
And he grabs Callista's hand, casts levitate, and shoots off into the sky.
As
Before he has a chance to do that, he grabs Callista's robes as he says, "You're coming too." And she pulls her in for a kiss.
Oh!
Get it off. Gone. So she's just sitting there like, was holding, no longer holding.
You fucking bastard, Shin.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Lorwryn,
I did.
take 2 luck points. That was fantastic.
Do you want me to throw you back? I feel like
It's almost worth it.
She's not even looking at Shin. She's just looking at Lorwryn as she is dragged away.
I'm not dragging you. You're kind of floating. There's really no dragging here. That was kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I wish that Rengar guy would kiss me like that.
Yeah.
Do you think we could work? Do you think he likes
No.
me? Do you think
No, I absolutely think he's going to die. Let's go.
As you two are having this conversation with just the wind whipping past you as you're flying up into the air and trying to find just 10 seconds of levity before you go attempt to speak to the creator of time. Shin and Kalista, the shape is enormous. You saw him from half a mile away, and he blotted the sky. 1,200 feet across is really big. And the roar that it lets out, even though you're not touching ground, just the sonic waves make each of you have to cough from how much it rattles your lungs as the dragon roars. And as you fly towards this beast, what do you do?
I should have wasn't sober right now.
I cast mage armor on myself.
I thought you were like, I cast drunk on Shin. Yeah,
I'll save that one for myself.
mage armor on yourself, that makes sense to me.
Okay. I'm gonna have to pull this out of my ass. And like, you ready? If there's ever a moment for you to be a politician, it's now. Because this
Thought
might
you said
be...
you were doing the talking.
You're gonna be doing some talking too. I'll be doing the translating.
Okay.
But, this might be the greatest debate you'll ever experience in your entire life. Here we go. And in that moment, and Korrin, how far away am I from Korrin?
At this point, because it was about a minute away, and you were trying to meet him kind of in the middle, which would be about 30 seconds or so away. I would say 600 feet.
Okay. So it's while holding Callista's hands with this casting levitate, you're gonna hear Shin suck in deep into his diaphragm. And then what comes out of his voice, Korrin, you hear. Everyone hears because he's using his command of wind to elevate his voice to an ungodly level. But what you hear is something wild to you because it's draconic, but it's ancient. It's an ancient dialect, a long dead dialect, and you recognize some of the words. But this is old. Old. And it is guttural and loud. And what Shin yells is like a Korakindo Munda. Ancient draconic formal greeting. A splaying of reverence. And it's not an assertion of dominance, but a respect thereof.
Who is this that speaks, that knows proper reverence?
And this you hear. Kalista, what you hear is more just these rumbles from inside the cavernous chest of this dragon. But Shin, you understand the meaning. However, he doesn't slow down while saying that. Why would he? You just greeted him. He's not stopping.
And he whispers, "It was just a return response. There's no reason for him to slow down yet." Which translate to...
Hold on. Hold on one sec. Your mic cut out a little bit when you did the growl.
Okay.
So just be aware of it. No. I mean when you were speaking English. It caught the draconic.
Yeah.
It didn't catch the
Cool.
English.
Gotcha,
It's good with draconic.
Gotcha. Okay. I am a child of ASKII, follower of light, reverent to you, creator of...
It's cutting out a little bit. I
cutting
know you
out.
said creator of time, but that's only because I know.
Okay. Is it a volume thing? It's like...
I think
I think it's
Is
a
it a
popping
volume?
thing.
try
Cory.
that. Try that. Try where you are right now. Let's see.
Okay. I am a child of ASKII, acolyte, follower, reverent to you, creator of time.
An ally. Good. Help me return this world to its rightful children. My children.
And that is where we'll pick up next time.
Oh, fuck yeah!
And I'm gonna fucking kill you.
No.
Because we're right at 9 o'clock, and I think if we push on too much more, we might hit a place where we have to go on for a couple more hours above that. Who knows? Because I'm very interested to see where this goes next time.
I'm gonna have to figure
Damn
out
it,
the settings so I
Shin.
can talk. What? This is good.
Let's just...
That was such... Oh my god, I love the earnestness. And it's true, it's good, he's talking. But I love that.
Yeah.
What? This is good.
We can convince
I am a
him we
time
are-
wizard, so at least that's the thing.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being here for this incredible
Gravity Wizard.
belt of the world spanning session. We please remember to check out the finished, updated, more sonically pleasing versions on Go Buff Yourself. Before we go anywhere, I want to let these incredible individuals let you know where you can find them. So let's go in the reverse order of what we did for the introductions. Mallow, would you mind letting us know where people can find you?
You can find me everywhere at TheMalloMan. you'll find all of the other things that I do, along with helping promote our fun podcast and stuff like that. You can find out where I'm at on Twitch, and you can find out what I do on YouTube, where I sling a lot of cardboard and turn it sideways and do crazy things, and dress up like a chef for no reason.
You run a burn deck?
Yeah, come and check that
out. You punk. I used to love running a mill deck, though. Just like, no, you don't get your deck.
I have a fun one I will show you then.
Rock and roll. Matty.
Hey, I'm Matty. You can find me on Instagram under Mithril Cosplays. I'm almost done my work season, so I'll finally be actually making some things. And I'm planning to open up my own, hopefully, in a few, probably when this comes out. I don't know when that's going to be. I'll have my own Twitch, and I can play some games, and you can come watch me play games and be terrible at it. That's it.
That's more fun than watching someone be good at, in my opinion. Aaron, do you exist online?
I'm here. I'm there. I'm every fucking where.
Roy can.
Nah, I'm just here playing games with these people that are amazing. So, hope you're enjoying it.
Mav.
Anyway, you can find me here at Digital Clubhouse TV, on Twitch, where I play video games and a wide variety of video games. Sometimes I'm good at them. Sometimes I'm not, but it's okay. You also can find me here multiple times a week at Thousand Faces TTRPG, where I play on a lot of the campaigns. But yeah, I'm on vacation right now. So when we get back, we'll go back to playing more Alan Wake 2, because it will still be October. So yeah. Then we're going to play Ghost of Yote.
Oof, looks so good. Danny.
I'm Danielle, or Danny. You can find me at Danielle Yoshiko on all the social medias that are cool. So if you can't find me on that one, it's because it's just not a cool social media.
That's how you can judge the quality of the social media site. It's just whether you're on there.
Exactly. It's October, so I'm just reading a bunch. So that's what I'm.
What you reading?
Right now, I'm reading Slaying of the Vampire Conqueror. It's pretty good.
That sounds like smut.
It is.
Call it.
Actually,
from the title.
If you consider one scene in a book smut, then yes.
If it's like 7 pages, then yes.
No, you have. Okay, Danny, you should send me that book.
I'll judge whether it's smut myself.
I will let Matty judge.
You know,
I'm an expert of these things. No.
Romantasy.
Where's my monocle?
Is the actual term.
Yes.
Hey, I'm Cory J. Phillips. You can find me at Cory J. Phillips on all social media. You can also see me in a commercial with ProZD, a Saja boy, airing right now for the new Yakuza game that's coming out. So buy Yakuza. Also, that commercial is pretty cool.
Also buy that commercial. My name is Ethan. You can find me here, of course. Go buff yourself, Thousand Faces Cosplay, and the Buff DM. I wear many hats, and they all fit poorly. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Please remember to check out the podcast. If you're listening on the podcast and you enjoyed this episode, leave a comment. It helps more than you know. And genuinely, we love seeing them. So thank you all so much for being here. Even though we're pre-recorded, we're still going to raid somebody. So thank you all very much. And until we see you next time, friends, take care of yourselves. It's a stressful time. Be good to yourself. You deserve it. And go buff yourselves. Bye, y'all.